What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another gameplay video. Yes, I'm back. It's been a few days. I know I was on vacation, having a lovely time in the mountains. It was fantastic. It was great to get away, honestly. We've been obviously putting out a lot of content recently, and so I tried to record a little bit ahead of time so that way I could keep things going through Friday, but over the weekend we just had nothing go up. And then yesterday, of course, we had our JDC announcement, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But it is really, really great to be able to jump back into a little bit of gameplay. And this time we have got a deck suggestion from Spinoraptor. So Raptor is one of our awesome people in our Discord who regularly suggests decks. If you would like to do so as well, you certainly can. The Discord link is down below. Anybody and everybody is welcome. Now, this one he's calling Nissa Groundshaker. And it's really interesting because it has a tendency, it seems at least, to go very, very high over the top. At least that's the goal. So it's a mono green deck, a lot of ramp obviously built in. We've got Arboreal Grazer here as a way to drop lands pretty quickly. We've got Nissa's Triumph to hopefully search out for some lands. We've got Cultivate to help us get lands out. We've got Azusa to help us drop extra lands. And then, of course, Nissa to help double our forest mana. And then, of course, Nyxbloom Ancient, which produces 3 times as much mana instead. So there is a world where we can just get insane amounts of mana very, very quickly with a deck like this. As such, we do run 26 lands, 20 forest, 4 Castle Garenbrig, and then 2 Blast Zone as a way to kind of blow up some of the opponent's stuff for just a little bit of interaction. Now, you might ask, what are we doing with all that mana? Well, the obvious thing, Wildwood Scourge as well as Stonecoil Serpent. These two are really, really powerful cards, especially the Stonecoil Serpent, in my opinion, solely because it has reach and trample. And so this can kind of end a game very, very quickly, whereas the Wildwood Scourge, obviously very, very good as well, don't get me wrong, but it does have a tendency to kind of just get blocked by 1/1s and stuff like that. And there's a lot of ways with things like Castle Garenbrig to just kind of block this. However, I did keep the 4 and 2 skew that Raptor originally had just to test out the deck as is. Now, we also have things like Evolution Sage, so this is not only going to proliferate onto our Nissa here, which is obviously very, very good, but also the 1/1 counters here. We also have Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi, which is not a card that we have really seen a lot of, in Standard at least. It's a 5 mana instant. Keep in mind, instant. That is very, very interesting. Put 9 1/1 counters on target land you control. Becomes a legendary 0/0 elemental creature with haste named Vitu-Ghazi, and it's still a land. So this is a very quick way. Granted, we only have 2, but this is a very quick way to be able to just go in and hopefully get a lot of damage in very quickly, or at least put them on the back burner. Which is really important, obviously. And again, Evolution Sage can help boost this up later on as well. Obviously, we've got a lot of ways to get lands onto the battlefield. We also have Return of the Wildspeaker as a great way to kind of do one of 2 things. One, you can draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. Obviously, there are a lot of ways for us to really go off with that and get a lot of card draw very, very quickly. So that's really, really good. But also, non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 until the end of the turn. Now, that's Arboreal Grazer, that's the Serpent, that's the Scourge here. Azusa, no, but Evolution Sage, pretty much everything except for Azusa gets that +3/+3. So there's a lot of ways for us to really, really abuse this card, which is fantastic. Like I said, 26 lands is what we're looking at with this one. And again, Raptor, thank you so much for the suggestion. We have not tried this yet, so this is going to be a blind test, but very, very excited. Let's jump in. Let's see what happens. Now, as I said, we've got a lot to talk about in this episode. So JDC is one thing. I'm going to get this out of the way because I harp on JDC a lot. It's mostly just because I'm super excited about it. But Season 3 is officially announced. We are going for September 21st. I know, for those of you who watch our stuff regularly, I initially said that we were going to shoot for an August release. The reason we are holding off, it's a bit twofold. One, we wanted to get Zendikar Rising cards in there. Obviously, that's coming out mid-September. We wanted to make sure that we could get those in there, so we had a little bit more to play with. Do we keep this? We've got 26 lands. I'll try it. This is very land light for a deck like this, so I'm hoping this Cultivate can pull some things for us and then get up to Nissa very quickly. Anyway, so we wanted to get Zendikar Rising cards in there, and we also didn't want to be planning a Season 4 JDC and then have a like mini Season 3, because that doesn't, that's not very exciting. So we're holding it off a couple months here, but we've got a lot of moving pieces to this. We've got a lot of really awesome things that we're excited about with this one, and so. First of all, we are getting other content creators involved with this. If you know of one, or if you are one, and you would like to suggest or be a part of it, you can submit an application to do so. That's just on our website, itresolvesmtg.com. Just click on the JDC tab, and you'll see that there. You can fill that application out. We're only doing it via application, one, to be able to get everybody's contact info in one place, because it's a little bit easier that way. But two, to collect things like the names that we need for team names and that kind of stuff. So it just kind of makes it a little bit easier. It's not meant to be, anything sketchy or anything like that, trust me. But we did just want to make sure everybody was being collected in one place. So then if we happen to get an extra few submissions, we've got either backup people or however we need to do that. So that's kind of the plan. We also are taking suggestions for build-around cards in our Discord right now. So I posted yesterday asking everyone, if you've got a potential card that you'd really like to see, please let us know. So that way we have the opportunity to, let's go ahead and do this. So that way we have the opportunity to put it in the lineup. And the way that we're doing that is essentially, we'll throw out a Grazer here just because. We're not going to play the Scourge for one. We're essentially collecting all those cards and putting them into a random assortment on our website. Now, what we're going to do with that is really, really fun because essentially, we can really abuse this, can't we? Essentially, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be randomly selecting cards every week for each player. Which is going to be just super, super fun. I think it's going to be a really good time. So let's do this for 13. Yeah, seems good. And we'll pass. And so that's kind of the plan. Each week, each player will have a build-around card assigned to them where they get to figure out how they're going to build that deck and, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, we just killed this. They do get to draw a card here, but that's fine. That's kind of what they're looking for, I believe. I'm just going to be safe and block here because we don't really care about the Grazer. Let's be very clear. And so, yes, that's kind of the plan. It's going to be really, really fun. Hopefully get a lot of other people involved and a lot more interaction going. We will do weekly live streams as well as Saturday gameplay is kind of the plan right now. So very, very excited about that. Please, again, check out the website. If you do have a YouTube channel, please submit. We would love to have everybody who can be a part of this. We do only have 3 slots available. We're starting small, but keeping in mind that the plan very, very soon will be to up that, obviously, as quickly as we can. So that's kind of the idea. Let's do this. And let's do this. This is such a sweet deck. Okay. I'm gonna do this. They can block one of these lands and kill it, but it doesn't really matter. This is really cool. I mean, they mulliganed like pretty heavily here, so I fully understand that they weren't necessarily able to get a whole lot done, but man, this is a sweet deck. Do we just want to play this out here? I actually think we don't. It's a nice backup. I don't know what they could have here. Chances are it's not going to be a sweeper based on the fact that they've got a lot of creatures, but I think the safe play is to not. It's not a great, with only a couple lands, it's probably not going to be great, but it's something. So let's see what they do. So yes, that is JDC out of the way. That's all we were going to talk about there. I do hope you guys will check that out. I think that that's really, really going to be something fun and really engaging for everyone. So please do check that out. But let's see. I think we just go ahead and do this. This just makes all of our lands indestructible. And I think that that's well worth it. We also just have a ton of lands now. Yeah, submit 13. Why not? And now we just attack all. Again, holding this back here. So yes, that's JDC out of the way. A lot to check out there, but please do. Now, as far as the other news, we released a giveaway this morning around 10 o'clock for Double Masters. Double Masters obviously coming out on the 7th of August, if I'm not mistaken. Our giveaway lasts until the following Monday, so August 10th. It is for a free draft pack. Specifically the draft pack because, you know, we can't afford to just give away like a $400 box of cards, but we can't afford to do a 3-pack. So it is a free draft pack. If you're interested, you can certainly enter. All you've got to do is comment. It can be on any video with hashtag Double Masters. If you do that, you are entered to win. We will do our best to keep track of everybody that submits and just respond to you as quickly as we can to let you know that you are entered. But if you don't hear from us for a few days, it's not anything you've done wrong. It's that we're lazy. And sometimes we don't get to catch up as quickly as we would like to. Let's open a pack. So if that's something you're interested in, you do have to subscribe to the channel. But other than that, you're good. Just comment on any video with hashtag Double Masters. Nice. And you're good to go. So I feel like Garrick would be really good in this deck. Raptor, this deck is sweet, though. We're seeing it do its thing. That was a great one. Anyway, so that is open now. So if you're interested, feel free to enter. And good luck. Really excited to be giving stuff away again. We kind of held off with Jumpstart because the release was so problematic, we'll say, and still is. And so unfortunately, we kind of had to hold back. This is a bit of a slow hand, but we'll try it. We easily get a turn 4 Vitu-Ghazi out, which is pretty sweet. So anyway, yeah, we did have to kind of hold back on Jumpstart. We would have given something away, we just didn't have the opportunity. So I apologize on that one. That's not really on us, but still. And then, yeah, this one hopefully won't have any issues. If we do, we will come up with a contingency plan. I will just go ahead and say, if there's an issue with the print run or if it sells out and we just don't get the opportunity to send you one, we will do our best to make that right. We can PayPal is what we normally do for international folks who we can't necessarily ship to. We'll do an equal value PayPal payment. That way you still get the same amount of value. And theoretically, technically you can spend that money on anything you want. But the idea is that, you know, if you would like to go get yourself a draft pack, you certainly can. So that's kind of the plan. So anyway, that's our backup, but very excited to be giving stuff away again. It's fun to give stuff away. It's always a great thing to be able to give back a little bit, because it's not something that we can always not. I will say we are very fortunate that we are able to do that. Well, we can't yet, but we can just sacrifice this and just get rid of all these little Scorch Spitters at some point, which is really nice. They do get an Anax here, though, which is pretty good. So yes, all of that to say, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world of It Resolves right now, which is really fun, and I'm very excited about it, but lots to keep track of, for sure. Let's see. Really? Right, yeah. I mean, we just get to eat one of these, which is, like, fine by me. I guess they're devaluing the Blast Zone a little bit here. Another Azusa, huh? Do we just do this, is my question. I think we probably wait, right? Actually, we can do... No, we cannot. That's a mistake. I think we'll just pass. We get to instant speed Awakening, so, like, I'm not really worried about... I know it can get haste. We could have attacked there, but this just gives us a very easy way to get rid of this Anax. Which is such a problematic card. I hate that stupid thing. It's so annoying to play against. All right. Well, we'll see what they do. I think that's all the news, though, in terms of It Resolves stuff. We're trying to jump back into our Instagram stuff a little bit. We've been very, very slack there. Unfortunately, that's an area where, as much as I would love to keep track of it, I feel YouTube is a little bit more important. And so I've spent a lot more time on the YouTube stuff now that we've gotten a little bit of a following, I will say. And so that keeps us from doing as much of the Instagram stuff. All that to say, though, of course, we have every intention of, keeping that going. Oh, I guess this doesn't work, does it? That was dumb. Oh, well. Yeah, that was just a mistake on my end. I didn't count correctly. We should have had this. We shouldn't have done that, essentially. We should have cultivated, but that's fine. All right. Well. Let's see. 2 basic forest cards. Let's do this. Get that out. That. I think we kind of have to play the creatures here. Can't attack with that because unfortunately we do need it to block here. We're in pretty bad shape. They can Bone Crusher Giant the Azusa. We're gonna take. Oh, that just kills us, right? I think that just kills us. Yeah. Sure. 3, 4, 5. So they just get to Bone Crusher Giant us. That was a bit of a misplay on my end. Oh, that just kills us anyway. Yeah, we were at 5. Yeah, there was a bit of a misplay on my end there. That's fine. You live and you learn. Still really like this deck. We had a 9/9 on like turn 4 or whatever. That's still pretty sweet. All right, let's jump into our third and final game of this video. Of course, we will do our second video, so if you would like to check out more gameplay with this one, we will certainly have that up very, very soon. Raptor, this deck is fun. I really like it. It's kind of a different take on just mono green Stompy. It focuses a lot more on the ramp side of it, and then kind of forgets about the mid game. It's just like, here, have a bunch of really good stuff, which, I'm cool with. We're keeping this based on these as well as Azusa. We can get a lot of land into our hand and then drop it all with Azusa really quickly, which is sweet. So let's get these, refill our hand, and now this is what's great about Nissa's Triumph and Cultivate and just things like that, is that it really does a great job of just filtering our deck in a way that makes a lot of sense. Now we just get to do this and get 2 more. And now we essentially just continuously refill our hand. Azusa with Nissa's Triumph. Sweet. And Cultivate. That's fine. Next turn, what we might actually do is the Vitu-Ghazi stuff. We do get to... this comes into tapped, doesn't it? That's fine. There's a bit of a quick play on my end. Let's do... Yeah, let's do this for 4. Looks like Gruul aggro. So if they have like a questing beast or something, it'd be nice to just be able to trade off with a 4/4. I'm kind of surprised. Well, no, I'm not surprised, I guess. Azusa is not like a super problematic card in terms of it dealing damage, but it is just a really good card. So I'm with it on them trying to kill it. Do we attack? I'm actually in a... let's try it. Let's see what they do. Cool. And no, I'm not doing this to be aggressive. I'm doing this to leave it up on defense. So if they've got like another Domri's Ambush, they take out our Scourge, then we just get to kind of surprise them with the Vitu-Ghazi here. That's the hope. To get rid of one of their threats and then swing back with a 9/9. I also did want to kind of bait them into attacking a little bit here. If we can bait them into attacking, then we get to swing back for 9, which is like super good. Yep. Get our 9/9 out. And I don't think this deck has a lot they can do about a 9/9. That might be incorrect, but let's get rid of their 4/4. That's fine. All right. Well, we at least got rid of it, but now they do have an Embercleave out, which is not good. So, what is the best thing that we can do here is my question. So it has 1 on it. That'll get rid of this and this. But really we want to get this up to 2. So, well, really, it'd be great to get this up to 6. We didn't draw anything all that spectacular though. I'm gonna say no attacks and we'll see what they do. Let's see, we can get 3 counters on this to get it up to 4. It's not super helpful, to be honest. I think we kind of have to, though. I mean, we do have to eventually get rid of this Embercleave, and that's only if they've only got 1, which is kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. They've got a nice 1, 2, 3 here, which is very difficult, we'll say. Now they don't, though. Wow, yeah. Well, in that case, let's get X equals 2 up. Ooh. This is the only downside to having 26 lands in your deck. Let's pass. We'll see what they equip it to. Chances are it'll be one of these. Don't have high hopes here, guys. Not gonna lie. This Embercleave is difficult. Granted, we can get it up to... Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sure. See how they do this. They can equip for 3. Blah. I'm going to pop this and get rid of these 2. Chances are we're just going to lose here, but we do have some good draws, so it's not bad. It's not super helpful, though, because this has Death Touch, so we just lose anyway, right? This hits first, and it has Death Touch, so we just lose. Okay, well, that's okay. I think I might have been able to play a little bit tighter there. Getting rid of the Embercleave would have been helpful, but that's okay. It is what it is. Raptor, I really like this deck. It's a super fun one. I still want to see it go, like, absolutely crazy. I want to get a Nyxbloom Ancient down as well as, like, a Nissa, and so we can double then triple our mana and just see what happens. But I really, really like this deck. This one's a fun one. It's a cool take on mono green. So thank you for submitting. Again, anybody else that would like to submit, they certainly can. Discord is the place to do it. You can check that link out down below. But thank you so much, guys. I will see you very, very soon with part 2 of this Nissa Groundshake deck submitted by Spinoraptor. Thanks, guys.